Hey, good afternoon, friends. Beautiful day out here, 72 degrees on the south side of I-70. We're doing a tillage demonstration day with our friends at Mcfarlane. Buddy here from Mcfarlane came out, fed us lunch. Thank you for that, by the way, buddy.
You're welcome.
We had a good time with Sinden Smoked Barbecue. We've been having fun watching this Incite tillage tool run all morning. It's a 5100 series, and it's a 32-foot wide. So that's where we get the 5132. And buddy, you cover what territory for Mcfarlane?
I cover all of Missouri, all of Iowa, and all of Minnesota at
Okay,
the time.
So you're the man. You're on the road a lot, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Great. Well, thanks for being here today. Buddy, if you could just walk us through this machine, what it does, how it's different, what features it has that might matter to producers and farmers like us.
Okay, well, first thing we got here is we got our gang. It's a fully adjustable gang.
Okay.
From 3 degrees to 9 degrees, fully independent from the rear. We can adjust the rear at different degrees than the front and on the go with hydraulics with the tractor.
You can do it while you're moving then?
Yes, we can do it while we're moving.
Okay, and what do you have it set on right now? Is
right
that
now we
looks like 6?
No, this is set at 9 degrees.
Okay.
The back right now is set on 6. This is where we're just pinning it to hold it.
I see.
If we need to. Some of the older tractors, sometimes hydraulics leak down a little bit, so we use a pin to help hold the gang in case they leak down a little bit.
Okay.
You do not have to run the pins if you don't want to.
Okay.
And then we go from that. We got what we call the incisor blade on there. It's got a pretty aggressive blade, self-sharpening blade, and it's all on one gang on each section.
Okay.
And then we jump to the next thing we jump to is our Dura reel. It's fully adjustable on hydraulics. You can run it in the ground. You can run it at constant down pressure. You can run it on float, or you can raise it up out of the ground. Say if it's a little too wet, you get into a wet spot.
So you don't have to run it at all if you don't want it in the ground?
No, we can
Okay.
raise it plumb out of the ground and use it. It does do a really good job of sizing and help on sizing the residue.
Oh, and I think we're
help
seeing
pin it
some of
down.
that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we're seeing it here.
Okay.
So then we go back to the next part of the machine is the rear gang, and it's like I said, fully adjustable. We usually run the back gang just a little bit narrower than the front. And it's all on hydraulics also.
So what would this one be set at right now?
This one's set at 6 right now. The front's
6.
set at 9.
9 and 6.
That's
Okay.
kind of the medium setting.
Great.
We can go more aggressive than that. This machine's set up here. We got what's called a spur till. It's all hydraulically operated also. You can run it in the ground on constant down pressure, in float, or up out of the ground if you get say too wet spot and you want to raise it up out of the ground and not take a chance on plugging it up, which any machine will plug up. So then we jump to the rolling basket back here. There's a flat bar rolling basket. It's the same. You can run it on float or you can run it with constant down pressure. The 2 gauges up front up there is what is the adjustment that we use to run on constant down pressure. We run around anywhere from 150 to 250 pounds of down pressure depending on what you need.
Okay.
And then that's what's nice about this machine over some of the other brands of machines is we got different harrow attachments or finishing attachments. We can run a 3-bar spike harrow up here with double rolling baskets. We can run just double rolling baskets, or we can run a spur till and a single rolling basket, or we can also run a 5-bar spike tooth harrow by itself.
So you can customize the machine to your needs, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. Some people don't like the same thing. Their dirt's a little different places. So we can customize all that, like you said, there to do that.
Okay. And which rear attachments are the most popular in this area?
I hate to say it, it's just what everybody likes. Some people don't like a spur till, but some people do. So that's what's nice about us. We can do the things that the other companies can't do.
Okay.
Some of the other companies can't run a lot of the other companies will have a finishing tool, something like that, but some of them can't run that and a rolling basket. Some of them have just rolling basket only.
Okay.
So we can do a lot of different things.
Show us over here in the ground we've been running in already, buddy. Show us kind of the job it does and talk to us about what advantages it might have over another tool.
You can see here we're sizing. Right now we're sizing the residue. We're pulling root balls out. You can see root balls out of the ground. We want to run around 7 to 10 miles an hour. We have run machines faster than that. We can get, depending on the ground, you can get up to 11 or 12 mile an hour. Also, when you get down digging in the ground, we're running about 3 to 4 inches deep right now, and it's very smooth underneath. You can see there's no ridging.
Right. It is, isn't it?
Yep, it's very smooth. And that's really, really good because you can run this in the springtime if you also need to and plant right behind it. You don't have to worry about your gauge wheels bouncing on your planter.
And it's so finished, buddy. It looks like, you know, we don't need to run another tool over it again. It's practically ready to plant.
Yep, it's ready to go. You don't really need to do anything else. You might in the springtime come back here, help open it up, get dried out. That's one thing you can do with this machine. Put it 3 degrees up front and back. Use it more like a straight vertical till type machine, and just open up the ground and let it dry out, and then come right in and plant on it.
Okay.
And you also see we got a lot of pinning going down. The rolling basket in the back helps pin all that stuff down.
That's right.
Keep it from blowing away.
We were afraid that it'd be blowing off because the wind is coming from my back and headed that direction, and we were afraid it'd be blowing onto the interstate. But we've run all of this ground already from the interstate to where I'm standing, and it's just, and we've got a good wind, but it's just not blowing. It's that basket is pushing it down into the ground and letting that trash incorporate and break down.
Yep. That's what it's intended to do.
Buddy, thanks very much. You know, it's been kind of an interesting day with the dry, hard conditions. I'm kind of surprised we were able to run even at the speeds we were. We'd like to have run a little bit faster today, but as dry as it was, I think we got up around 7.5 or 8 miles an hour. Like you said, ideally we'd be at around 10 miles an hour. But with as hard as the ground was, I am just tickled pink with how good of a job it's done here in this dirt. And yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're getting in the dirt, you know, like I said, 3 to 4 inches, no problem. Some of the other machines I've been around here in the last 2 weeks in this type of area won't even get into the ground. They're just bouncing on the top, sizing the residue up on top, and no mixing at all.
Wow.
And so we can get it in the ground. And it's doing a great job.
Great. Anything else we should talk about, buddy?
Just come in and see Harrison at Wise Brothers and pick your one out.
Well, I appreciate that. Hey, and he was not coached to say that, by the way.
Nope.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, thanks for taking the time and coming down with us today.
You're welcome.
And we hope to be seeing more of you in the future.
Yep.